Good morning, Knicks fans. I got the playoff shirt on, and the reason I got the playoff shirt on is because there ain't no game today, and just like that playoff series, we ain't in it, all right? We ain't in it. There's some good stuff around the league going on. Jeremy Grant, they just turned down a trade of Talon Horton Tucker and a first-round pick. They said no for Jeremy Grant. So it sounds like they're going to want 2 firsts and a good player. And that being said, that might take him off the table for us. Still available, Fox, Halliburton, Simmons, Brunson, all good names to look at. I'm not sure we're going to do anything with them, though, just because I think Halliburton, did you see the trade that Philly wanted for Halliburton? And they want a lot too, the Kings. So I don't know. I got my eyes open for their trades, but I'm not really expecting any blockbusters, especially on our end. Now with that out of the way, news around the league, look at Golden State winning on a buzzer beater against Houston. So whenever you think the Knicks are playing up or down, just remember it's basketball. You know, we all play that game. They barely beat Houston, all right? A lot of teams are doing just enough to get where they're supposed to be. Look at Miami. Jimmy Butler blew a layup to win the game. All right? So, two opposites of the same coin, I think. As tragic as the last 3 games losses have been, you can't really expect too much. And I think someone posted on Reddit a really nice write-up basically saying last year was the perfect storm, you know. Everything went right, we overachieved, and now our expectations are at an all-time high. Not me, though. I'm still a very realistic Knicks fan. My ideas for these next couple of games, we got Clippers, we've got Cleveland, and I can't remember the third game, but Clippers and Cleveland, those can be winners. I think the Clipper game especially, I know it's an afternoon game, and I know it's at home. Those have been the bane of our existence lately, but I think we can do it. Why not? They don't have Paul George. They don't have Kawhi. So, Zubac, I think Mitch can handle Zubac, right? Right. Oh, the Lakers had a pretty good game. They won. They beat Orlando. And all I saw were highlights of Russell Westbrook making turnovers and bricking shots. Like, when he misses, he literally hits the top of the backboard. Like, that's insane to me. That's insane to me. You're an NBA player. You're not even hitting like the box or anything. You're literally hitting the top of the backboard. So it's more than just like inaccuracy. It's just a bad shot. And it wasn't even a far shot. It was like a foul line extended jumper. Yikes. So it makes me kind of second guess if I even want Westbrook here. I mean, apparently people, saying it's going to be a good addition, and I just don't see it. But I was really looking at, Miles Turner, Jeremy Grant, Darren Fox. And I think Brunson is realistic too. But with all that being said, I think Grant is too expensive. Turner is hurt. Simmons is probably too expensive. Sounds like Halliburton's too expensive. We might be able to get Fox with a 3-team trade or something, but who knows? So I am excited for the afternoon game. I know a lot of our European fans and our international fans, Australia and all that, really appreciate those midday games because they're able to watch it live and especially on the weekends. So that'd be great. So all my European fans, shout out to you guys. You're making it happen. Knicks International, baby. But for the people in the U.S., we have a different viewpoint on it. We don't like the midday games because we typically don't perform well. Can we change that up, though, on Sunday? I sure hope so. Oh, and some other interesting news. We got another national game. We're going to be on ESPN, I think, the Cleveland game. I want to say the Cleveland game, but please fact check me, though. All I know is that we got a national game, and I think Atlanta lost a national game, so I thought that was kind of funny. So yeah, our ratings are good. Oh, and speaking of ratings and the fans, we're our merch is selling really really well in comparison across the league. RJ Barrett is the number 14 most bought jersey. So shout out to RJ Barrett, for having that clout, having that curb appeal, right? So people are still showing up. They're putting their money where their mouth is. They're not just out here talking about it. We're going to games. We're buying the merch. We're supporting our team, and that's how you do it, right? That's why we get national games, because fans want to see us. All right, they know it. The TV broadcasters know what's good. We might not be the best team in the league, but hey, we got the best fans in the league. All right, baby. And that's just how I feel. Because when you're part of it, you feel it feels that much bigger than it is, right? So, that being said, the financial successes aside, the trades, I think they're going to do something out of left field. Either it's going to be something not on anybody's radar, or like a 3-team trade, or just like a treading water type of thing, moving one expiring for another expiring contract, basically. But I don't know. I don't got high hopes for anything right now. I woke up this morning expecting a Knicks game, and you know what? We got another day to go. And maybe we need it. Maybe they need the rest. Maybe we need to just relax. And let's talk about that offensive foul, man, on Grimes. It's got a lot of traction on Twitter. People on Reddit were just like, whatever, it is an offensive. But Twitter is like half and half. People are saying it's a foul. Other people are saying it's not a foul. And I would have liked to see it been a no call. All right? That's my opinion. I wish they just wouldn't call anything on it. Like, just let them play. And the main reason being is because I think, what's his name? Ingram touched Grimes' hand at the top at the release. And then 2, got him with the forearm when he was coming down. And that's why his knees went out, whatever. But I honestly would have liked it to be a no call. I didn't think it was a foul on Ingram, and I definitely didn't think it was an offensive foul on Grimes. But, we all got to play with the same refs. Whether or not they're biased against us is something we can't really determine. Clearly, they've been investigated for gambling in the past, and I definitely think that is still an issue today. But they cannot control everything. Honestly, like a lot of people say, you shouldn't put yourself in the position where the refs can determine what you're doing. And by that I mean, if you're hitting your shots, if you're playing well, if you're executing your offense and playing hard-nosed defense, you do not need the refs on either side. Because when you're making your shot, you don't need the foul call. And that's a big issue, I think, with Randle right now, is that he drives, he makes his layup, but he's getting whacked the whole time. And it's like, just call an and one. Like, it's not a big deal. There was that really egregious one last game where he got hit in the face. And, of course, there was no call. And it's like, bro, I just got hit in the face. I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't keep driving. So I kind of understand Randle's apprehension to drive and run the pick and roll as the main ball handler, which is what we were just talking about on the podcast yesterday. Why doesn't Randle run the pick and roll as a ball handler more often? And I was saying basically the 2-man game with Fournier is really devastating, especially because they can both shoot threes, but they definitely don't attack it in a traditional way where the threat is a layup, because the threat is not a layup. The threat is a three-pointer. So that being said, would you keep driving if you're getting hacked with no call? Or would you just take a 3 or take a mid-range? Because personally, I think I would just start shooting more and be like, you know what, to hell with it. I'm not going to drive just to get fouled. And then you get fouled and they don't call it. Then you get pissed at the ref. Then you put yourself in a situation to get a T. So think about that. Every time Randle is not driving to the basket and not initiating offense like that in a pick and roll as the main ball handler, think about the mental behind driving versus not driving. Look at James Harden, Trae Young. We saw D'Angelo Russell the other night. Guys who could just live at the foul line, know they're going to get the foul call, and they don't drive particularly hard at all. They stop and go and stutter, and get a guy in their back and go up and get the foul, okay? But Randle's not like that. He's going hard, like a wrecking ball going in at 3 defenders. All 3 of them will hold him down. He'll still make the layup and they don't call it. So that's just frustrating. I mean, as a player, you got to feel for him and you got to understand why he's not going to put himself in that situation every time down the court. We've got to see some more action from him, though. We got to see some better shooting all around. And I think people are upset with Tibbs in his rotations, but that's yet to be seen. I think with a proper point guard, things will change. So no game today, guys. We'll be at it again tomorrow in the afternoon. So I'll see you there. All right, Big Nick Burt with that Big Nick energy, baby. Thank you so much.